All right, guys, so first trip. It's been an intense morning. We're like an hour and a half behind schedule, but you just gotta be flexible. Ta-da! You could pay thousands of dollars. You will not get that level of entertainment anywhere else. Okay, Doc.
We'll organize stuff later because look at the sink.
Love the red car.
Whoa. Tommy, are you excited? Oh, you got a race car? It's when the weather doesn't cooperate and you're kind of cooped up in the RV. Can we even handle it? We're finding out.
Feet, what?
Those ones with the clear sides are kind of better.
Oh man, what? You got like 4 skips out of that.
All right, folks, I'm here with my buddy Wes. We got our very first. I can't wait to see your face on that one. Turn signal.
Looks good.
Wow, well, we are excited for our third video here at Live the Trek. Thank you so much, Live the Trek family, for following along and subscribing, right? I mean, wild, the amount of subscribers that have already jumped on board, and that's just so awesome. And we're just so thankful for that. And we're just excited for what the future holds and what this episode is going to bring, because it's our first trip out. We get to break in this RV before we go in it full time. And no, we're not towing it right now. We are in the truck. Why?
Because our kids were going crazy, and every time we tried to make a video, there was some type of noise in our neighborhood that was stopping it. And so this is where we are.
This is the quietest place. Inside was wild, outside was wild. We're like, okay, where else are we gonna do this but the truck? I don't know where. So I bet you that's a little pro tip. We'll find out on the road, but I bet you that's a pro tip there with other RVers. If you see them doing a video inside the cab of their vehicle, it's probably because they couldn't find anywhere else that was quiet enough. So one of the things right out of the gate is like learning how to back up. Talk to us a little bit about that as we got down there. You know, we hit the road, we started, you know, having a great time, but then we get down there and now we got to park this thing, and really like for one of the first times.
Right. Well, thankfully we had a friend who was there helping us who is experienced with this, and he was helping to kind of guide what I was telling Aaron, because I was the one trying to him back in. And we have walkie-talkies
right down here, really actually. Cool. Boom, Rocky-talkies.
Rocky-talkies, and that helped a lot. But I'm just really learning what to tell Aaron, how to know like which way to tell him to steer, because it's not like you just are like backing a truck up, like
it's opposite
with a huge trailer. So it's been interesting the last couple times that we've tried to back into our storage unit in that spot. It's tough, and I still don't know what I'm doing, but Aaron knows enough to get us in and not hit anything.
Right. And so at this point, what's really going on and again, that's a blessing from just what we, you know, what I learned early on, working for different types of companies that taught me how to drive trailers and stuff, that I have a rudimentary understanding of how to back stuff up. And so really at this point, you're just damage mitigation, making sure I'm not hitting anything, making sure I'm basically lined up straight, you know, right. And that's about it. And hopefully down the line, you can get better and better to the point where I almost don't even have to look backwards, and I can just trust that you're guiding me in and just follow, you know, focus on what's right in front of me. So.
Well done, Ashley. Well done. Not bad for the first try.
That's really good on my neck.
So, all right, we're gonna hop out and we're gonna get breakfast going. All right, so haven't gotten the Blackstone griddle all set up yet. My buddy Wes is gonna help me season that. So we're gonna do pans today. We're gonna do pancakes and eggs outside in our outdoor kitchen. coffee going. That is a ritual. Found this at, what was it? Like TJ Maxx or something. Looked intriguing, so I'll give that a shot today.
I'm in the zone.
Look. She almost fell over.
Yes, it's a disgusting creature. But then God was like, you know what? I know someone's going to industrialize this at some point, so they're not as disgusting anymore.
Okay, the kids ran off. It took us about an hour almost, right, to get breakfast going. Figuring things out. That's what you gotta be flexible with. Always, is what I'm told during RVing, but particularly in the beginning.
So we're really learning with everything that's just how to get into a rhythm, like how to find where everything is that we packed in our RV and how to get our food cooked outside whenever our utensils are inside and taking things in and out. And so any organizational tips you have to help us with the process would be great. Everything's just taking a lot longer than we're used to, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll be that process of until we're like, that's our home. Right now, it's just like snip, snap, snip, snap. Back at the house, back at the RV, back at the house, back at the RV. And so you're very like, very topsy-turvy right now as we are trying to acclimate to RV living. So one of the aspects that we're learning, and I'm so thankful for the hundreds of hours of YouTube videos that I watched prior to this, of really understanding what we were getting into with an RV, that it's your home going down the road at 60 miles an hour. And it's basically living through an earthquake every time you hitch it up and take it down the road. And that no matter really how much you spend, even if it's brand new like ours is, things are just going to fall apart. Things are going to pop off trim, and different things are going to get loose, bolts, and you're going to constantly be tightening and fixing and tuning and doing those type of things. And so we're aware of that, and we kind of went into it expecting that. All right, folks, so I'm here with my buddy Wes. We got our very first hookup, setup, mess up. This whole piece of trim has fallen out. It was really windy today, and it was whistling like a banshee. So we're gonna do some silicone and fix that right here, right now. I can't wait to see your face on that one.
So shocked.
Man, come on, suck 'em. It's pretty good.
Oh, dude, it's perfect.
Okay, there you go. Lots of masking tape, silicone. Let it sit overnight, and we'll see how it holds up long term and let you know. And so for those of you maybe who are looking into this, you're like, hey, we're thinking about that too. Just be aware of that. I am having to learn how to be a handyman. You are going to have to be a handyman on some level and have the knowledge and the just, not guts, but just the wherewithal to put stuff together, fix things, and have to work on the RV. It's not like a house where you just kind of like, aside from once or twice a year, maybe, the pipe's leaking and you need a plumber. There's going to probably be a lot of constant little fixes and, retightening of stuff all the time. And that's just the nature of the beast in just about every vehicle like that.
While we were there, we saw a big range in the weather. The first day we got there was really nice. The second day was windy. We didn't really want to be outside much. And the third day was rainy and cold. And that was a good time to see, like, is this going to be okay with us being in the RV all the time together in close quarters? And we did feel like we were sort of on top of each other for 6 hours for 2 days, and it was okay. The nice thing is with Peter and Jude's room, they have a door that separates them from the rest of the place. Plus we have our room, so the way it's laid out, it's really nice for us getting our own space, even in bad weather, and that was really good. And even though the weather wasn't great, it was still a great Mother's Day. We had a break in the weather, so we went out to a lake and let the kids just throw rocks in. And
there's my superstar volunteer over there, buddy. He's gonna throw a giant rock. There's no entertainment like that right there. You could pay thousands of dollars. You will not get that level of entertainment anywhere else but at a reservoir on a cold spring day.
Oh man, what? You got like 4 skips out of that. Great job, dude. Do one more. Dude, you are like professional skipper.
it was a really good time and just solidified why we're doing this. It was just like, this is it. This is why we are living the trek and getting out there.
That's fun. What did you find? Tell them what you found.
A fossil.
Fossil? What kind of fossil?
I don't remember.
Was it a shell or was it something else?
Maybe it was a fossil.
It was a fossil, but it was like a shell, right?
Yeah. Well, it's in the rock. Maybe when Jurassic Park was discovered, but I've been skipping rocks. Wasn't doing a very good job, but now I am.
And that evening, Aaron made me pork chops on our new Blackstone grill.
Okay, so using the Blackstone griddle, I got the 22-inch. I mean, this is my first time using it, but if this is the precedent that it's setting, I think even if you don't do any form of RVing, this might be better than any type of grill or anything else you get, because we're doing thin cut steaks. I marinated them this afternoon. It took me 40 seconds maybe to cook them to like perfection. And it only took a few minutes for this thing to get up and running, so and get hot enough. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Wanting to up our culinary skill game in our lives, and so this might be the perfect opportunity. And Tommy's gonna eat real well because he gets some of the first attempt stuff. I think he's gonna be eating really well. Right, it is the morning of packing up. Time to get out of town, head back home. What are you doing right now?
I'm making Sammy's some peanut butter and jelly.
For the drive back. It is raining outside since probably 5 this morning. The camera died last night. What did you think about the Mother's Day steaks and all that jazz?
They were really good. We had, you did the steaks on the Blackstone, and then we use the oven and the microwave for potatoes and mac and cheese, and they tasted really good, and it was a very special Mother's Day.
And I made a magnet car with a missile.
Dang, that's awesome. Cool. All right, so we'll catch you guys in a little bit when we're hitching up and getting out of here. And now we're gonna back up and tap in before we do the Blackwater dump your septic tank. So that'll be fun. First time doing that. Here in just a sec. Figured she was something she was talking about. You done talking. Okay. Hey, Doc. Flinging that all over the place. Did it. Did the poop station. A lot easier than you might think. I mean, it's gross, but it's not too bad. And I was a janitor for Circuit City when I was about 18, 19 years old for about a year and a half. So I've dealt with some nasty stuff. Pretty quick, pretty simple, pretty easy. So can't complain. Kind of a miserable day, but we've had a great time. And we'll wrap it up here in just a bit. The kiddos are coming out to find us. We got to wrap this sucker up. All right, so now getting dinner ready. The camera overheated out in the car. Kiddos came out telling us that they're hungry. So, I mean, it's a work in progress, guys. And we are super excited. And we're having these moments and these glimpses of like, this is what it's going to be like. So we can't wait. But it would be a lie, you know, to tell you that it's like, oh, it's super easy. Anyone can do this. There's a lot of front end energy, effort, you know, process to get a family of 4 and a dog off the ground and, you know, on the road full time. We're just trying to be honest with you and share all of that and all the ups and downs and excitement and, you know, reality of it all. So, yeah, why don't you tell them, babe, as we sign off, just how they can follow along.
So you can follow us on YouTube and Instagram. We invite you to subscribe and follow us if you haven't yet. And thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be putting out another video next week. And don't forget to get out there and live the trek.